All right, we're back, y'all. So I cleaned up the heads, a bunch of the covers. I wasn't gonna show that on camera because just basically power washing, scrubbing a bunch of stuff. So the heads are mounted with just one head bolt. Still waiting on the cam. Still waiting on head gaskets, the VVT delete, all the other stuff. I went ahead and put the milling oil pump. This is the high volume, high pressure because I am going to be running twins. I went ahead and got this pump just so I'm making sure that, engine and both turbos have uh, oil pressure. Also, I'm painting a bunch of stuff because everything was crusty on this thing. But here's a balancer. It's the Summit one. I needed to get a different one because the Gen 5 crank is keyed and the Gen 3 and 4 LS balancers aren't keyed. So I have to get this one, and also it comes with timing marks. So that's cool. But anyway, I went ahead and got these. These are the China Special GTX 3584 RS with dual ball bearings. It's got a billet wheel. It's nice. So we got those two. And what's cool about them is I got them with the dual V-band. So we got V-bands on the inlets and the exhaust. So instead of going with a T4, we can kind of manipulate it a little bit. I got the smaller AR housings. These are, I think, 0.83s. So it should spool up pretty fast. I don't see an issue with it because I'm technically going to be running 4 cylinders per turbo. Now, it's a lot of exhaust, but I don't know. Maybe we'll light it up. At 2,000 RPM, we'll be making boost. Anyway, with that in mind, I'm going to use the stock exhaust manifolds, flip them upside down, and make that my turbo manifolds. I think that'd be the easiest, cheapest way to do it. And it's technically what I did with the Turbo LS in my old RX-7, except I had a crossover line coming from the bottom and up into a Y for the turbo. And that one was I think it was a work turbo S488, really nice billet turbo. And I think it was making boost at like 3,200 RPM. So yeah, I have to put these in. So I'll drill some holes on the oil pans for the oil drains with some 10AN fittings. So let's weld these up and get this part of the build buttoned up. Focus. Not the best, but it'll hold. So, ooh, that's hot. I ended up doing both since I'm having twin turbos. I gotta help with the groceries. But yeah, we got that done. I'll show you guys in a bit what we have to do to make this. I think it's a 302-2 oil pan. It's the Amazon special. It's not the real Holly one. So yeah. All right. So for this oil pan, we had to cut the lineage tray mostly to clear the pickup, because it hits right here. And then since it's got that extra dip to clear the cross members or whatever, we had to cut it here. And I made sure to make the crank, put the crank in this position to make sure the crank clears it. Everything clears now. But yeah, that's what you'll have to do if you use this oil pan. And like I said, I think it's the 302-2, which has this lower part right here. But I'm still waiting on parts. Cam isn't here. I think everything shipped out last week, Wednesday or so. So we got the cam coming. I already have the lifters. They're already pre-soaked. Then we can get the head gaskets on. I got ARP head bolts right here. And also got the Improved Racing barbell for the oil passage that goes back here. So yeah, we're slowly getting there. That's all I got. Also got an update on the Corvette. The Corvette, the differential should be shipping out hopefully end of next week. And I also have Kick Performance finally sent me tracking for the drive shaft, since I'm eliminating the stock drive shaft that uses these torque tube couplings, the little guibos. So, I mean, these were all pretty brand new, but if I can blow up a diff, I can blow up a piece of rubber. So I figured I might as well delete that. And we're still in pieces. So, yeah. Oh, and there was a comment. One of you guys commented on YouTube that I guess y'all tried running Gen 5 rods with the Gen 4 or 3 pistons, and they were hitting, I guess, at the bottom of the stroke. Now these are basically LS rods. If you look at the part number on Texas Speed, it is an LS rod, but I think the only difference is these have the little pocket for the DI injector on the top of the piston. But I mean, for this one, nothing interferes. I measured the length of the rod center to center on this one to the ones that I pulled out, and they're exactly the same. And I really don't know what the difference is in the Gen 5, the stock ones. This is all aftermarket, so I mean, it all fits. And like I said, the only benefit that I'm getting from this is that I don't have to buy the LS forged assembly. I had originally bought it for that Gen 5 block, and I ended up, since I'd have to delete the direct injection and I'd have to get a port injected intake, all that was going to cost a ton of money. And there's not a whole lot for the Gen 5 stuff. I mean, there is, but it's all super expensive. Like, some of this stuff is all China stuff. Like the adapter plates, the oil pan, all this stuff is, it works and it's cheap. So I ended up deciding to sell all the Gen 5 stuff and just pick up a Gen 4 and just put all the stuff that I had that would fit this on this. But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, that's basically what we got going on here. So yeah, just a quick video, guys. I don't know how quick it really is gonna be, but we're slowly getting this thing done, and then hopefully once we get all the parts for the Corvette, we can throw everything on that thing, get that back on the ground, do a fat burnout in the shop, and then we can start getting stuff together to throw this in that. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Jesus loves you. Peace.